Hello guys, now we're going to do our usual video about the 5 good and 5 bad things about the BMW i3. And the purpose of this series that we do is actually not to hate on the car, it's more like to point out some things that are very good with the car and some things that is not so practical and that could be made better on the car. And this could help you when you're looking at buying this car. Just good advice. So let's get to it. So one bad thing that has to be mentioned is the tiny wheels, because when you're at high speeds or winds or in winter, you don't get as much friction with this wheel. Although it does give you a bigger range, so I understand why BMW went with this, but I will say this as a bad point in the car.
There is a frunk on the front, but it's not really useful because it's not waterproof, so you cannot really put here anything.
Another thing that is a minus point for me, but it's not for everyone, is that the back seat only seats 2 and not 3. So this a bit limits the usage of the car for families, but it's still a very practical car. The inside design is fantastic, but the placement of the gear is not the most practical. You have to reach through the steering wheel to start and stop the car, and you have to fully almost reach through to reach the P button that is in here. Not the most practical. So the last bad point for me would have to be the price tag of this car, because I feel that for the car being this small, costing as much as it does, I don't feel that it's fully worth it. But it's completely up to the taste, and I can't blame anyone for buying it. It's extremely good to drive, extremely comfortable, so I can't blame anyone, but for me personally that would be a minus point.
The first good thing with the car is the inside design. I am really in love with it.
Another good thing about this car is that BMW was actually really trying to create a green effect. They have built a new factory that is only for the BMW i line, where they produce the i3 and the i8. The whole factory is only using renewable energy, mainly wind and water energy, and everything in this car is recyclable or has been recycled, and I think that's fantastic.
Another very good thing with this car is the seats. They are super comfortable and supporting your back. I am in really love with this car.
So another good thing in this car is the very politically incorrect suicide doors. They can actually be very helpful when you have kids or when you want to pack things in the back. It's very easy access, and I actually like this. That hits me as a Nissan Leaf driver is that the car actually has a lot of torque. When you floor the pedal, it accelerates extremely good. And one thing that I actually really like is that the regenerative braking is very, very strong in this car. It actually comes to a full stop when you let go. Let's see if it stops before this car. And it did. This was our BMW i3 review. Let me know in the comments if you thought I was far off or if you agree with what I'm saying. If you have been watching this far, thank you very much. There is a link up here in the box that you can check out. This is to an online art gallery that me and my wife run, and you actually get a 15% discount if you sign up with your email on your first buy, and it really supports us if you check this out and if you buy there. So thank you very much, and see you guys in the next episode. Ciao!